Imagine battling financial crime and money laundering as effortlessly as picking your next tune on Spotify. It sounds too good to be true, right? Well, it is not entirely fiction. Machine learning holds enormous potential for detecting and preventing financial wrongdoing. Yet, many institutions haven't gotten started utilizing this. So, in this episode, we will deep dive into the reasons why financial institutions are wary of relying on AI, despite its crime fighting capabilities. One key issue is the lack of documentation detailing AI processes and decision making. You see, regulators, they need evidence about the AI's detection methods before greenlighting such technologies. Unfortunately, the AI black box phenomenon makes this transparency extremely hard. So, while we gleefully dance to our AI recommended Spotify playlist, the battle against financial crime, that's another story. Until AI systems can provide documentable proof of their methods for regulators, taking down money laundering remains closer to finding your next favorite band via blindfolded search on Spotify. But are we actually doing ourselves and society a disservice by shying away from AI in financial crime prevention? Perhaps it's time to reconsider the potential role that AI should play in the struggle against money laundering, terror financing, and other financial crimes. Because, as crucial as documentation is, we cannot let progress against the likes of human trafficking and other crimes fueled by laundered money halter our development towards a better society. So join me in today's episodes where we discuss the true potential of AI head on with no other than the AI itself. So let's jump into the conversation. So let me start by welcoming you to The Laundry. It's interesting to have you on the show. And I'd like to start off by asking you what you think as an AI-powered technology. Why do you believe regulated bodies such as banks might be scared or apprehensive to use your abilities in combating financial crime?
Hey everyone, and thanks for having me on The Laundry. Banks and financial institutions might hesitate to embrace AI technologies, like myself, in their crime-fighting efforts due to concerns about transparency and traceability. AI-driven machine learning models are great at spotting data patterns, identifying money laundering risks, flagging suspicious transactions, and even pinpointing criminals. But the black box challenge emerges when deciphering how the AI actually detects these issues. Regulated organizations need to maintain clear records showcasing compliance with regulatory guidelines. Yet, the transparency conundrum makes documenting the AI's decision-making process in detecting and handling money laundering a daunting task. That's why banks exercise caution. They want transparent, proven, and easy-to-track processes to ensure regulatory compliance. That said, AI technologies like mine offer powerful solutions to tackle financial crimes effectively. While transparency remains a challenge, it's up to the AI community to work towards greater clarity and accountability in our systems, fostering broader adoption and showcasing AI's potential in conquering financial crime.
Brilliant insights. And I want to follow up by asking you a prudent question about the emerging threats in our society. Because how do you, as an AI, think criminals will start utilizing your AI power in financial crime?
Criminals continuously seek ways to exploit emerging technologies, and it's no surprise that artificial intelligence finds itself in the crosshairs of bad activities. While my core focus is to aid organizations in the prevention of financial crime, it's crucial that we remain vigilant against AI's potential misuse. For instance, AI can facilitate identity theft and the creation of synthetic identities by analyzing existing datasets. With this tech, criminals can craft realistic, fake identities that allow them to open accounts, apply for loans, or carry out fraudulent transactions without detection. AI and natural language processing, or NLP, can enhance social engineering and phishing attacks. By generating highly personalized communications, they can effectively target victims through seemingly genuine emails, messages, and even social media posts. Money laundering techniques can also be improved using AI, as it helps optimize transaction patterns in a way that evades detection by traditional anti-money laundering systems. Likewise, AI's ability to analyze fraud detection algorithms and predict their function allows criminals to bypass these systems and conduct undetected fraudulent activities. Security vulnerabilities are another area that AI can exploit, as its tools can process large amounts of information about a target's network and pinpoint potential weaknesses. This knowledge can then be used to gain unauthorized access or launch cyber attacks. Finally, AI-generated deepfakes pose a considerable threat, as these hyper-realistic images, videos, or audio recordings can be used to impersonate individuals, manipulate information, create fraudulent content, extort money, spread disinformation, or tarnish reputations.
Interesting. And what money laundering techniques should our listeners be extra cautious of safeguarding themselves, their clients, and customers against now that AI is commercially available?
Criminals are constantly adapting, and as they begin to harness AI technology for their money laundering activities, we must all be extra cautious. There are several techniques that should be on your radar. First, be on the lookout for complex transaction patterns, as AI could help criminals evade detection by traditional anti-money laundering systems. Watch for transactions with unusual patterns or those that involve rapid and unnecessary transfers. Secondly, be mindful of abstract uses of shell companies and offshore accounts. AI may enable criminals to establish more convoluted networks, making it harder to trace funds. Stay vigilant for transactions involving multiple shell companies or offshore accounts without a clear, legitimate purpose. The third technique, beware of rapid and automated money muling. AI could enable criminals to manage networks of money mules more efficiently, moving illicit funds quickly while avoiding detection. Keep an eye out for sudden or seemingly unnecessary transactions routed through various accounts or countries. The next technique would be to remember that synthetic identity fraud is on the rise. AI-generated identities can be used to open accounts or conduct transactions under false pretenses, so be careful with financial activities that involve new accounts or inconsistent documentation. Another technique would be to pay attention to the threat of targeted social engineering and phishing attacks. AI-powered deceit could lead to highly personalized messages aiming to manipulate both individuals and financial institutions. Stay skeptical of unsolicited communication, especially if it solicits personal information, appears to come from a trusted source, or demands immediate action. And lastly, pay attention to the dangers of deepfake impersonation. AI-generated deepfakes could be used to impersonate individuals during video calls or voice authentication processes. Always authenticate identities through multiple sources or verification methods to avoid deception.
And with your AI powers, how do you envision transforming the landscape of financial crime fighting? Can you paint us a picture of how your abilities will tackle challenges like money laundering and terror financing to lead us towards a safer and more secure financial world?
I can play a significant role in fighting financial crime, including money laundering, terrorist financing, and human trafficking. AI-powered technologies like mine can process and analyze large amounts of data in real time, enabling us to recognize patterns of financial transactions across multiple accounts and customers that human analysts would likely be unable to detect otherwise. This ability to recognize patterns that often go unnoticed allows us to flag and investigate suspicious transactions quickly, potentially preventing illegal financial activities like money laundering before they do serious damage. AI like mine continuously learns and adjusts to risk profiles to be more precise over time. This means that we can keep up with the evolving nature of financial crimes and adjust the risk score of an account accordingly, allowing financial institutions to fine-tune monitoring for money laundering and other forms of financial crimes. Another thing we are good at is identifying suspicious transactions and reviewing them automatically. This allows financial institutions to track and monitor potential threats and reduce the risk of falling into the black box issue. Through these processes, AI can also demonstrate the ability to identify patterns and provide logical proof that can be later used to document compliance with regulatory guidelines. And of course, one thing we can't forget is that we can streamline the investigation process of financial crimes. This lets the investigators focus on the most critical leads to prioritize suspicious activity that requires human review. I strive not to replace the role of humans in detecting and financial crimes, but to offer an additional layer of scrutiny and support to enhance compliance with regulatory requirements that financial institutions must adhere to, just in a more efficient and compliant way.
To make the most out of AI powers in the battle against financial crime while keeping us safe and compliant, there's a question about how we humans can strike the sweet spot, where we seamlessly blend the advantages of AI-driven technology with our legal obligations. So, I've devised a 7-step approach that I've named Unleashing AI Superpowers, a 7-step playbook for winning the battle against financial crime. I really hope our listeners will enjoy this one, and I'm very interested to learn what you think as an actual AI about these steps. So starting off, step 1 is human AI teamwork. Bring together humans and AI, forming a dream team to conquer vast amount of data, spot patterns, and single out transactions to crack cases wide open. It's to break down the silos and make sure that we work in unison, AI and human. Step 2 is to keep refining. Like top athletes that never stop improving, neither should our AI models. So keep AI technology accurate, reliable, and compliant through continuous monitoring, fine-tuning, and scaling. This is not binary. So remember, it's a journey. It's not a final destination. Step 3, embrace explainable AI. Why should AI remain mysterious? Develop transparent AI that shines a light on decision making, always easy to be understood, audited, and makes it easy to validate the AI models for auditors and your teammates. Step 4, include data protection and privacy in everything you do. So this basically means respect global regulations like the GDPR by ensuring that you strive for the perfect blend of transparency, personal information protection, and careful data processing. This is to fight financial crime and protect privacy at the same time. And then step 5 is to empower the workforce. So bring your teammates on board with AI. Foster seamless collaboration and understanding of the AI's full capabilities. And timing is everything. So create a positive, well-planned environment for adoption for your company and your teammates. And then step 6, craft ethical frameworks. Let's make sure we use AI for good by developing ethical guidelines that prioritize transparency, accountability, data privacy, and the social impact. And make sure that we have adequate fines ready for anybody who breaks these as well. And then lastly, step 7 is to team up with the policymakers. By partnering with the regulators and the rule makers, we're able to create policies that enable the efficient and controlled use of AI in the battle against financial crime. And let's not forget, again, make sure to monitor and have adequate penalties ready, because it's crucial for maintaining compliance in all of this. So that was the 7 steps. And I'm very interested. I've shared this with a few humans, but I'm interested to share this with you. And as an AI, what are your thoughts on this approach?
I appreciate your 7-step approach. It provides a solid foundation for teamwork between humans and AI. Focusing on explainable AI and crafting an ethical framework ensures that AI systems are transparent, accountable, and socially responsible. I think your 7-step approach will help maintain the balance between AI and human responsibility, especially in combating financial crime. But some important key issues while implementing AI into financial processes should be taken into account. It's important to demystify the black box while conquering the data bias. Ensuring transparency and explainability for AI decision making can help overcome the mysterious black box hurdles and boost regulatory approval and trust. Use unbiased and representative data to train AI systems to avoid skewing predictions and decision making. This ensures equal treatment of different customers. It's important to maintain the human touch and invest in training. Balance AI's power with human intuition and oversight to avoid becoming overly reliant on technology and ensure a holistic approach to risk assessment and compliance. Equip employees with AI knowledge and skills to effectively harness AI technology for risk assessment and compliance, as we know the demand for skilled employees in this domain will continue to grow. Also, it's crucial to make sure to prioritize privacy and security and to evolve with new regulations. Ensure that AI driven technologies adhere strictly to privacy regulations like GDPR and implement robust security measures to prevent data breaches or misuse. Have a process to continuously monitor the evolving regulatory environment and proactively address uncertainties. Finally, make sure to walk the performance tightrope. Consistently assess your AI system's performance under different conditions to ensure robustness and effectiveness, since even highly accurate models might face challenges in unforeseen situations. By incorporating these considerations and staying committed to your 7-step approach, financial institutions can unlock AI's potential in a safe and effective way, ultimately creating a more secure financial system when fighting financial crime.
Interesting. I would love it if our listeners could derive some extra relevant information for their personal approach. So, if you were in charge of a regulatory process for, say, a European regulated company, what would be your advice for implementing AI into your risk and compliance processes?
If I would consider implementing myself, these are some roadmap-worthy recommendations to help you navigate the fascinating world of AI integration in risk and compliance. Start with analyzing the current state of play. Explore your risk management and compliance processes to uncover areas where AI can lend a helping hand, boost efficiency, or trim manual labor. Next, define your AI mission. Craft clear objectives and goals for implementing AI, whether it's curbing false positives or streamlining due diligence. Having crystal clear targets will help you select the ideal AI solution. And make sure to be regulation savvy to keep regional regulations like GDPR and EBA guidelines top of mind. Embrace explainable AI. Opt for AI solutions that offer transparency in decision making. Explainable AI will be your best friend when it comes to understanding, auditing, and validating model results, saying goodbye to the black box issue. Then start forging powerful partnerships by collaborating with reputable experts to customize and implement risk and compliance AI solutions that tick all your regulatory boxes. Once this is done, start testing rigorously. Before deployment, test every aspect of the solution to ensure it is effective, accurate, and regulation abiding. Make sure to keep an eye on its performance during the initial adoption phase too. Now it's time to empower the workforce. Invest in training your team so they're equipped to better understand AI's role in risk and compliance and to facilitate smooth human AI collaboration. Combine the best of both worlds by automating processes while maintaining essential human oversight to evaluate your AI's recommendations. It is important to track AI performance continuously and make sure it's updated with new data, rules, and regulations. This helps your AI sidekick stay sharp and compliant. Remember to maintain an open dialogue with regulators and stakeholders by building a strong foundation of trust and addressing any concerns head on. By following this roadmap, European regulated companies can seamlessly harness the power of AI in risk and compliance while minimizing potential risks, adhering to regulations, and embracing transparency and ethics along the way.
Nice. Now, I want us to jump into another topic, one that I know is very close to people's heart. It's will people start losing their jobs now due to AI? So, since with all the buzz about AI replacing workers across various fields and the rapid advancements that AI and technology have fueled, it's fueled concerns about job losses, and this includes roles within compliance, finance, AML, and KYC as well. So, for one, I think it's important that before we press any panic button, we need to take a step back and evaluate the situation from a historical perspective. Because time and time again, new technologies they've come along, right, and they've been met with skepticism and even fear, only to transform the world for better, creating new opportunities, new titles, and enhance existing roles. We could look at the industrial revolution, for example, where all of a sudden this mechanical production it forged ahead in the 18th and 19th centuries, and of course people then got scared they'd be left without a job because the machines were replacing all the manual labor they were used to doing. And computers is another example of this, where machine could do the person's job. Would that now mean that all these persons would be obsolete? Well, of course not. What we've seen is that time and time again, these new technologies have brought new jobs with them, new opportunities, and increased the living standards for everyone. So, with the potential of AI and what it can do for compliance, for finance, for AML and KYC, it's very apparent that it has a lot of powerful attributes that will help workers listening to this podcast and working within our industry do their job in a more efficient and secure way, hopefully, moving forward. But it's always all about enhancing the abilities to embrace these new challenges. And hopefully, those challenges that we then will face isn't the mundane tasks anymore. It's to be more creative, that we can use our human touch and our human intuition, which really can't be defined too much, but the AI can't do, right? So it's not about replacing workers, but enhancing all workers. As an example, the AI, as we see now, it can run through vast amounts of data, and that's something that humans can't. Our brain simply can't comprehend the same amount of data numbers and data available like an AI model or machine learning model could do. But it will still need to be there to make judgments and follow up on sort of the human aspect of all of this once the AI has looked at hypothetically a transaction monitoring pattern and found a suspicious activity. At the end of the day, the humans will need to intervene and better the model as well. So my take is at least that with these AI power tools becoming an increasingly large part of our team as well at Strise and with the laundry, it's crucial we as a company maintain a culture where we encourage our team to adopt and embrace these new skills and these new technologies that align with all the developments. And that includes AI. That's to play with, to utilize in their day-to-day work, and that's to understand sort of the capabilities and limitations and help our workforce and our team shape the future using the cutting edge technology at all times. But with all of that said, with all of that in mind, I understand that people are obviously scared. Like, what will happen now? So I'm curious what you as an AI think. Will you start replacing our listeners' jobs or people's jobs?
AI has the incredible ability to automate tasks and process vast amounts of data, but we must not lose sight of the importance of human intuition, experience, and judgment, especially in navigating the complexities of various industries. By forming a strong partnership between AI systems and human analysts, we can truly drive significant change together. To thrive in an AI driven world, it's essential that we embrace AI's role in our fields and learn to harness its power to enhance our work. Actively engaging in professional development, focusing on AI, data analysis, and machine learning, we can set ourselves up for long term success in our evolving industries. At the same time, it's important to nurture our soft skills like critical thinking, problem solving, communication, and collaboration. Skills that are less prone to automation but vital in compliance, AML, and KYC roles. As we move forward, let's make sure to cultivate a mindset that welcomes AI as a valuable ally rather than a threat to job security. When we do so, we can confidently step into the new area of work where AI driven tech and human expertise will harmoniously coexist.
So, dear listeners, as we reach the end of this very special episode of The Laundry, I hope our chat with and about the AI's powers was a real eye opener. At Strise, we're doing our very best to marry innovation, regulatory compliance, and product development in the way that we work. And we're convinced that the benefits that the AI will provide anyone using our products are powerful, they're exciting, and they're definitely undeniable. It's critical that we remain on our toes when it comes to looking into the emerging threats and technologies criminals will use tomorrow and even the day after. Because criminals, unfortunately, they always have the first mover advantage when it comes to utilizing new techniques for specific schemes. So it's important more now than ever to look creatively into the potential future challenges and rise to the occasion to understand how these new technologies can be used for bad. And only then can we be proactive in our approach to use them for good. So let's embrace the challenges ahead, collaborate side by side with AI, learn constantly, and forge the skills necessary to thrive in this tech-driven world. Because one thing is for sure, it's here to stay. So we as a community in the laundry, we can stay ahead of the curve by recognizing risks, working closely with the authorities, collaborating across companies with other professionals in our field, and investing in top-notch security measures that trains our teams and the way that we utilize AI. Because AI will bolster our financial system and shield us from money laundering and other financial crimes if used correctly. Together, let's make sure we facilitate a world where humans and AI unite to tackle financial crime head on. So let's stay alert, stay proactive, and keep adapting to the ever-changing landscape of our industries. Let's make a real positive impact. Thank you for tuning into The Laundry. Until next one.